Well, we stopped by the side of the road as there's ponies running the other side of the stone wall. These are the Dartmoor ponies. So this is the local brew. We're at Dartmoor, near the jail, and we're gonna have lunch here. We're hiking in Dartmoor over to Wistman's Woods. Mum decided she didn't want to go through the ferns down to the river. Windy Post Granite Cross. This river, which looks like it should be flowing down in that direction, is amazingly flowing this way. This is Compton Castle. This was the house of Humphrey Gilbert in 1583. Had discovered Newfoundland and taken that as part of the British Empire. So this is the back of the castle with the inner garden. The orchards and herb garden are on the other side of the wall. Look at this passion flower just scaling the wall. Entrance to the kitchen. A huge hearth in the kitchen for this castle. Locally grown herbs from their garden. The apple orchards and wild grasses growing beneath all of the trees. And beautiful flowers along the side of the castle wall. That purple flower's almost as tall as you, Mum.
I think they're lilies.
Lilies and daisies growing in this.
It's called a wild meadow, and it's been promoted that people should do it in their gardens everywhere. And last year they said don't mow your lawn until May, and it allowed more insects to come around and the wildflowers to grow.
Really, really wonderful garden. This afternoon we're on some hiking trails around Brixham, and then this fantastic coastal view.
Yeah, it smells quite nice.
What's it smell like, Mum?
It's like a perfume.
The light purple ones smell like honey, but these smell a little bit different. Beautiful marbled boulders on this beach. We're at the far end of St Mary's Bay, and here the rocks have gotten much smaller. So how far is this trail, Oliver?
634 miles.
Wow. So we've hiked about, what, 2.5, 3 miles?
Yeah.
And we're turning around here. Beautiful view of Ladram Bay and the stacks. This is the Brandy Head Observatory, where in the Second World War they were looking out for planes coming out across the channel. This is the estuary coming out at Burleigh Salterton Beach. Did you say something about tanks at this beach, Oliver?
No.
You did not?
No, it's not here, it's further down in Dorset.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, one of these bays was used for the World War II D-Day landing practice, and all the tanks sunk in the practice off the beach, and they found one and pulled it back in.
This is the Torcross Sherman American tank that was recovered in 1984 off Slapton Sand Beach. It had been buried in the sand for 40 years. They launched these 28-ton tanks with a rubber skirt all around the tank to make it float, and the tank could drive itself with propellers at the back. We've made it up to start point, about 5 miles from Slapton Lay. You can see the water behind the sand. That's Slapton Lay, where the tank was. And the roads up here
was to give Roland experience of single track roads with very few passing places.
Yeah, I mean the roads are like no wider than a hiking trail, and the plants on the side of the road are hitting the car on both sides. The path ahead, Mum.
Yeah, it's downhill.
Down this way. We're on this lonely coastal path. There's seals in the water down there. And Start Point Lighthouse over in the distance. It's a bit of a rocky scramble, grabbing on the chain fence to climb up here. But then you're rewarded with this view of the lighthouse at Start Point. This is Castle Drogo, one of the most recent castles built in the United Kingdom. Upon entering the Drogo Castle Gardens, you can see this amazing canopy that are just 4 trees that have been espaliered into this tremendous rooftop canopy.